Your questions about business, career, personal development, and achieving the American dream are more than welcome. Email them to info@makinitnow.com. Now back to more Making It with Tommy and Todd.
We're back with Tommy and Todd live coast to coast. We are really looking forward to this section, Todd. We have with us Brad Boskovic and his partner Charlie from Digiwrap. Todd, these guys are really killing it. They were on Shark Tank, and this is going to be a great section. So, Todd, you take over.
They're the owners and CEOs of Digiwrap, a multi-million-dollar packaging company, actually. Brad's family has owned a family packaging/printing business for many years. Charlie worked there. The two of them came up with the idea of branding tissue paper and bags, but on a smaller scale than anyone out there. If you literally want one piece of tissue with your brand on it and one bag, they'll print it for you. They worked on the idea, developing it for 4 years, and finally got on NBC TV Shark Tank. Kevin O'Leary, the founder of the Learning Company, which sold for $800 million, it made $800 million a year in product sales, and they sold it, became their partner. Brad and Charlie, welcome to the Making It with Tommy and Todd show.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us, guys.
Great.
Well, welcome again, guys, and it's great to have you here. Let's start out with just giving our audience a fast elevator pitch on exactly what your company does.
Sure. So basically, what we do is we allow businesses and consumers to buy just as many sheets of tissue, gift tissue, and gift bags as they need. Before we came along, you had to order hundreds or thousands of pieces of product, and you had to wait weeks. And now you can get it in just a few days, and in as few as one piece.
Wow.
If you want to give an individualized gift, you can do it.
Wow, that's great. Brad, I understand you grew up in an entrepreneurial family. In fact, it was your family that started this packaging and printing business. What impact does growing up in a family business have on your career choice as an entrepreneur?
The great thing about it is you learn a business inside and out.
Right.
I started out, you start out sweeping the floors. You'll learn what everybody does in the organization.
Exactly.
You have to wear a lot of hats growing up in it and helping out, and you can't be too proud to do anything because there's always something that needs to be done, or people that need help or whatnot. So it really gave me just a total the total macro look at how to run a business, and being around the equipment and stuff, that helped me engineer products and things like that. So
wow. So you learned the business from the ground floor up, but we all find out in our own businesses that you have to go to outside sources to really get educated about your business and what's happening in the marketplace and so on. Yeah. In your entrepreneurial journey, who did you listen to? What books did you read? What CDs did you listen to, and so on, to get that education that you need for your business?
Boy, well, probably most of it I didn't necessarily learn from books. Obviously, went to college, and they give you all kinds of stuff to read, and you don't. You get a pretty good, sort of rounded worldview from doing that. But I think a lot of the really important stuff comes from just the people you meet in the industry. Talking to customers and vendors and fellow employees, and my parents. I work with my parents. But there's definitely some industry periodicals that I kind of keep up with. Things like Printing Impressions and things like that. You learn a lot from the industry mags. But as far as sort of like books that I've read just in terms of entrepreneurial spirit, I think one that jumps out at me, I can't remember who the author was, but I believe it was called The Purple Cow. and that was that kind of resonated with me, is to look for. I think the saying is, when everybody's zigging, you zag. You kind of try and do something a little different, find a niche. And like I said, the message of that book kind of stuck with me.
Great. Charlie, how about you? Did you learn everything in the business, or were you learning on your own? Just how did you educate yourself for this role?
The best way is part of the advantage of starting with, working with Brad's family company, Lingraf, and then kind of switching over to, kind of running the show with Brad, with Digiwrap, is you really learn kind of from within, but you kind of learn from everybody's past experiences, and then you kind of improve on that in a different format. So a lot of the most important things that we've kind of come across has been feedback from other people, but then also, okay, I know how to do this, I've seen where it's come from, but how do we get it to this next level? And it really became about kind of figuring, okay, I want to make this happen. We're having a lot of pushback. What creative ways can we go about it? And then when you actually put yourself with that challenge and you meet that challenge, and that's really the exciting part. And we've learned a lot about that with our particular process, Digiwrap, and our specific products, because they are so unique.
Great.
And when Brad's talking about the Purple Cow, that book actually was passed down from my dad, and I was in college at the time. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, no, you got to read this book. So I did, and it really did stand out. It's like, okay, look, you want to do something so unique, so different, that you do stand out. You see a bunch of cows, you say so whatever, but you see this one cow and something stands out. And we really kind of took that mentality to create Digiwrap. This
is a great company for anyone out there, any business out there that's looking for packaging and limited runs on their packaging, tissue paper, things of that nature. Can you tell us how someone can get a hold of you once again? They want to buy your products.
So you can always check us out at digiwrap.com. And from there, you've got our phone number on there. You've got our various emails, all the social media. Any way you can get in contact with us, please do. We like to hear feedback, and we like to hear anything you're looking to do.
When we come back, we'll see how Brad and Charlie's company is doing after Shark Tank, and more with Brad Boskovic and Charlie Williams from NBC Shark Tank. We'll be back.